sexy, comforting, cozy familiarity. It's like gonna make the person think like, wow, I've known you my whole life. Like, where have you been my whole life? So I absolutely love vanilla. I feel like it is a note that you just cannot deny for the beautiful quality that it brings to any fragrance composition. But I feel like sometimes vanilla gets a bad rap if it can be like too photorealistic, too plain Jane or straightforward. I know even for me, sometimes I tend to shy away from vanillas that just have that typical vanilla cake, ice cream, or just, vanilla type of vibe as we see it. But if you are over 25, I feel like I have a lineup of 10 exceptional vanillas that you just have to have in your collection, because these are doing vanilla with a nuance. It gives it a level of like maturity. It gives it a sensuality, a grownness, a femininity, and I absolutely just love all of these picks. So if you are interested in exploring the world of vanilla and how you can create a grown and womanly collection of vanilla fragrances to have in your arsenal, let's get right into it. To all of my beautiful and supportive subscribers, welcome back. And if anyone is new here, then welcome. My name is Kiya, and over here you are never fully dressed without a fragrance. We talk about fragrance, fashion, lifestyle, and just overall like women's empowerment to help you be the best version of yourself and show up as that in this world. So speaking of never fully dressed without a fragrance, let's get into my first absolutely amazing vanilla that I have for y'all. Now this is my fragrance of the day today, and this is the Santal Vanille from the 7 Virtues. This is a beautiful spicy composition of vanilla. It has some florals, though it's not listed in the note. Trust your nose and look at the bottle. It gives it away. There's definitely some florals in here, and it has a beautiful cardamom coconut vibe that really just pulls in this fragrance. It has some resins in here. This just is a beautiful vanillic, floral, spicy soiree of a fragrance. I feel like in a way it can be a little bit polarizing if you're not into spiciness, but I feel like spices are one of the best ways to give vanilla this grounded sensuality and allure and like a sexiness, because it's like spice. It's like spicing it up, true to the name. So I absolutely love this. The sandalwood in here is amazing, so feminine, so creamy. I absolutely love the composition of sandalwood and vanilla, because sandalwood pulls very like a creamy type of wood, which gives any vanilla just like a beautiful nuance. So this is highly complimented in my collection. I know multiple people that have smelled me wearing this, asked me what it was, and had to get a bottle for themselves. And I feel like this is best all around because you can wear this casually, but this also has a fanciness to it, to where it's less is more, laid back, effortless. Y'all know that's the vibe that I always go for. But for 2 years straight, I had this as my New Year's layering combination. So it has that opulence as well. So it's very versatile, very feminine. I absolutely love it. So from the house of 7 Virtues, this is Santal Vanille. In true Kiya fashion, I gotta give y'all at least one layering combination. So today I did layer Santal Vanille with the next vanilla I want to present to you all, which is Encome. Now, Encome is from the house of Lattafa, and this is a beautiful rendition of the designer fragrance from Burberry, which is Burberry Goddess. It is a beautiful vanillic lavender, maybe like some ginger, but just a very sensual aromatic style of a vanilla fragrance that has strong feminine essence and energy. And if y'all know I absolutely love Burberry Goddess. It is one of my favorites, best all around. I'm always raving about it. I feel like every woman should have that fragrance in their collection because it is so versatile, it is so grown, it is so feminine, and it just has all the things. The thing that I love about vanilla is that it has now listen, they keep honking, so you better bring your butt outside because I'm trying to film a video. Y'all see what it takes to get these videos out. But yes, Encome is a beautiful rendition of Burberry Goddess. I feel like it smells about 95% the same. This is a new fragrance to me because it came highly recommended from you all to say like, hey Kiya, we know you love Burberry Goddess, but you have to try Encome. And yes, so this is the really great affordable option for it. Again, I feel like this can be worn day, night. It can be worn to events. It can be worn to the office. It has this beautiful, sensual, womanly vanilla quality that you literally just cannot deny. It's giving us all of the vanilla feels because vanilla is a very comforting. It's very familiar. Y'all know we're very into the psychology of fragrance over on this channel. And one advantage that vanilla possesses is that it has a level of grounded familiarity that draws us all in. So it's really just like a cheat code for being alluring. But I think when you have the nuances of vanilla, which is what all of these encompass, you're really just turning it up a notch, taking it to the next level. So yes, an extraordinary vanillic composition from the house of Lattafa. This is ongoing. Another classic feminine beauty, one that pretty much took the fragrance community by storm with this lavender vanilla composition from the house of Guerlain. This is Mon Guerlain. And again, this is a beautiful vanillic, aromatic, sensual type of fragrance, but it has, again, a best all around type of vibe. I feel like the lavender in it is very soothing, comforting, and alluring, but then the vanilla is very familiar. It has like a little burst of freshness in here because I believe there's some bergamot in here and a nice just blend of beautiful, sultry, and sensual notes that are in here, but also it is appropriate to wear to the office or where if you're meeting, you know, your in-laws for dinner, a business meeting, but you can also get real cozy and close to somebody for a day-night situation. This is actually one of the top fragrances that I recommend for like a first date encounter because it just has this level of like not being too ultra sexy, but it still gives this sexy, comforting, cozy familiarity. It's like gonna make the person think like, wow, I've known you my whole life. Like, where have you been my whole life? Like, this is the vibe that Mon Guerlain gives. I feel like men really do enjoy this fragrance profile. I get a lot of compliments on this from men, women, and everyone. But again, like I said, if you have to be up and close to somebody, I feel like this gives a good presentation. So I absolutely love Mon Guerlain. It has like this classic even smell to it that smells like a slight bit mature, but obviously, you know, we're all over 25, so we're looking for something that can give us a little bit of a signature, a little bit of a depth to put our, you know, womanly mark on who it is that we are and the way that we're presenting. And I think fragrance is a beautiful way to do that and give a finishing touch. So if you are looking for something that again is a best all around, giving you sexy, giving you professional, giving you I can conquer the world, look no further because Guerlain has given us Mon Guerlain, baby. Brief intermission, please listen, like and subscribe and go ahead and hit the bell. Another one of my go-to first date type of fragrances is C by Giorgio Armani. Now, I absolutely love this one because it is vanillic. It has like the sensuality of the patchouli and it has like a sweetness and a rose. The rose gives it like this beautiful feminine lifted quality. Again, you get that sensuality and that warmth from the vanilla, and I think this is just an absolutely gorgeously elegant, sexy type of fragrance profile. Like, this gives the epitome of elegance and sexiness and sensuality. Like, this is definitely giving all of those sensual romantic vibes. If you all are familiar with my website, The October Song, I've introduced the fragrance archetypes for us, and this has the sensual romantic written all over it. If you haven't checked out my website and taken the fragrance archetypes and personality quiz to find yours, make sure you do that today because it's very fun. It's a beautiful tool to help you understand the breakdown, the psychology of fragrance, and help you just kind of think of how you want to build your collection out in a mindful way. And it gives you fragrance recommendations, where to start and how to do that, because over here we're more so about creating a vibe with our fragrance collection. So it works for us and gives us the presentation and the vibes that we want to put back out, because whether y'all know it or not, everything in life is a really psychology. So for me and us over here, we're really into looking at things from that perspective. But yes, so for those reasons, again, this is just a very beautiful, easy reach of a fragrance that I feel like it can be, definitely worn in the daytime, but it has this elegant sensuality for like, a nighttime cozy date night type of vibe when you really want to feel yourself and get into that, sensual feminine bag, but in a very simplistic, not overly complicated way. I feel like C by Giorgio Armani is just a beautiful beautiful way to do that. This is highly complimented for me. I absolutely am a rose lover, so I had to give y'all something with rose, and the rose vanilla combo is really just super undefeated. So I absolutely love this one. See, by Giorgio Armani. Another rose vanilla combo that I absolutely adore in my collection from the House of Swiss Arabian. This is Shagaf Oud Tonka, and when I say this is one of my favorite fragrances in my collection, because I feel like it has all of the quintessential elements that make up a beautiful, luscious, less is more, alluring, feminine powerhouse of a perfume. This has beautiful projection, beautiful sillage, highly complimented. It has the orange blossom, it has the rose, it has vanilla, it has a almond note that it just pulls just slightly to the tip of cherry. You still get that nutty almond facet, but it does pull to the tip of cherry, which gives it a, you know, a beautiful and sensual vibe. And then there is some cinnamon in here. And like I said before, spices are just a way to literally spice it up. It gives, you know, that vanilla a little something. Think of like a spiced chai latte and, you know, the vibes that that gives. It's a little bit different from like if you order a matcha latte versus if you order in a chai, it's a little bit, you know, more dark. It's a little more brewed. It gives that spiciness and it gives a little something. There's like coffee, and if you're not in the mood for coffee, but you're not so upbeat and matcha-licious, get yourself a nice iced chai latte. Promise you, it'll hit the spot. That is that, you know, kind of vibe that I get from Shagaf Oud Tonka from Swiss Arabian. It just has all of the things. It's very creamy, it's very feminine, very alluring, highly complimented, and definitely an easy reach. I feel like this is the epitome of what I like to call an elevated gourmand fragrance. It has all of the beautiful gourmand facets done in a way that is just very lifted, it's very palatable, and it's very appropriate for most situations. I feel like this can be worn year round. And so yes, on the list of just like beautiful, smooth, creamy wears, I think this is top for me. Like I said, this is literally one of the best fragrances and vanilla compositions that I have in my entire collection, because it just hits the mark in all of the areas. Again, without doing too much, it gives like this feminine aura and presence very, very effortlessly, easy reach, and I just can't say enough good things about it. So I absolutely think if you haven't checked this one out or pulled this into your collection, definitely check it out, because you will not be disappointed from Shagaf Oud Tonka by Swiss Arabian. And speaking of an elevated gourmand fragrance, I personally think that Lyra gives a chef's kiss rendition of a beautiful and elevated feminine gourmand. It definitely has those top citrus notes, but the vanilla in here combined with that gives it this very like cakey or almost cookie like vibe, because to me I kind of get a cake or sugar cookie vibe from Lyra, because there is a dryness in this fragrance that is like, it comes across as dry versus like some fragrances come across as like creamy, or some come across as wet. Like literally a dense piece of pound cake or like, you know, a nice sugar cookie is the type of vibe that I get from Lyra, but also it does have that cinnamon in there as well, because I feel like cinnamons can in a way act like woods in a fragrance with the type of nuances that it brings, because it brings a level of like spiciness, but it's also like grounded, because like cinnamon sticks are like a piece of wood, like a spice that's a wood. So I think that just really sets Lyra to the next level. It is like very beautiful, highly complimented. It don't last. Now raise your hand if Lyra lasts on you. Please let us know the combination, the secret, the layering method, the Krabby Patty secret formula, whatever you have that makes Lyra last longer, we would like to know. Okay, I am a layering queen. I definitely be layering this with my brown sugar babe oils, lotions, and potions, what have you. You know, she does her own thing. You know, she's here for a good time, not for a long time, but we still love her. We still appreciate her for what she brings. So yes, if you are a gourmand lover and you need a best all around, situationally appropriate, still giving elevated, still giving sexually, still giving that yummy, want to eat you up cookie vibe in such a grown and feminine way, Lyra from the House of Xerjoff is going to give you all of those feels every single time. So I definitely highly recommend this a beautiful kind of it girl sensual, you know, type of vanilla, because she has a little bit of play in her, and I do enjoy that facet. So yes, from the House of Xerjoff, this is Lyra. Now, another fragrance that I love is from the House of Sniff, and this is Vanilla Vice, and this actually layers really well with Lyra. It smells so good together, and it does give Lyra, you know, a little bit more longevity and, you know, stick around if you spray the Sniff and then spray the Lyra on top of it, because Vanilla Vice, it has like that vanilla note in there. It has the organox, so it kind of like travels and wafts through the air like ambroxan would. It's like one of those molecular notes that gives a fragrance a very airy aromatic type of vibe. But this has like a very like brown sugar caramelly vanilla, like on the tip of syrupy, but not syrupy. Don't think like syrupy, because this is very sweet, and it has an airiness to it that doesn't bog it down or weigh it down. But this gives you like the vanilla feels. It is very sexy because of that organox in there, or maybe there's like some amber or other resinous notes in here that is giving this all the feels. But when I tell you, whenever I wear this or layer it with something, it's always, oh, you smell so good, you smell so amazing, what are you wearing? Because again, that organox is going to give it a beautiful wafting quality. So if you are looking for something that satisfies your vanilla craving, and you have a sweet tooth but you want it done in such a grown and sexy sensual way, Sniff has given us Vanilla Vice, and I feel like, you know, this is a really good fragrance. Like, I feel like this is a really great fragrance. Like, it is such a good layer. It is such a good layer. This can layer with pretty much almost anything in this lineup. So I feel like this is just a good, you know, utility wear to have, so that you can, you know, expand your layering compositions, bring in some vanilla, bring in some of that aromatic wafting quality. That is the reason why I enjoy it. I think this might actually be my third bottle of Vanilla Vice, because it's so easy for me to just grab it, spray it, and then spray something else on top of it. And again, for me, it really just works. It, you know, gives the attention, the allure, all of that stuff, but in such a straightforward way. It's not doing too much, especially with layering combinations. It really enhances and, you know, doesn't overshine the things that I'm already trying to layer it with. So I really love it for that reason as well. So this is a very like straightforward but still giving like grown sexy aromatic vanilla that I think every lady over 25 needs to have. So if you want to be grown, okay? And this is my newest and latest obsession from the House of Initio. This is actually my first from the house, but this is Lift Me Up. This is a beautiful, creamy magnolia vanilla. It smells very lifted, very solar, very feminine, alluring, in such an effortless, commanding, but less is more type of way. This is a beautiful goddess that just floats in the air. She knows who she is. She's playful, she's cute, but you know, she has her stuff set up. She has her life together. Her affairs are in order, make no mistake. Now, we're going to get into it, okay? Because everyone is comparing her to Blanche Bette. And if y'all know me, y'all know I love Blanche Bette. I did a video maybe like last week or a couple of weeks ago of fragrances that give you the halo effect, that have goddess energy, meaning like those fragrances are just better. Like they have this less is more, effortless, ethereal, commanding type of presence that are just kind of like a cut above in femininity and excellence in the way that they are done and how they present, and as well as the response that, you know, you get from the public when you're wearing them. So definitely, if you're interested in a more psychological angle, check that video out. Now, these two, they are sisters, but they're not twins. Make no mistake. Now, I did have to smell these, and they do smell very similar, but they definitely have their own nuances. Blanche Bette is that beautiful, mysterious goddess of a sister, and this is her like sister that she really just wants everybody to get along. She has a positive attitude. She's always gonna find a way for the family to be together. She's gonna find a solution. This is like a solar, like in the sunshine, like this is giving ethereal sunshine, and this is low-key giving like just like ethereal mysticism, because as quickly as Blanche Bette will be there, like this is the type of woman that will be gone. Blanche Bette is going to give you some of those, you know, like darker. I think there's like a note even called mystical. You smell that in Brett. There's some cacao in here. So this is a little bit more grounded, whereas Lift Me Up is, you know, it's more lifted, true to the name. This is like they are sisters, and one is an earth sign and one is an air sign. One was born in the fall or the winter. One was born in the spring or the summer, though that is just giving a rendition of personality. I think both of these can easily be worn year round. This is the sister that comes to the event, she sets up, she kisses all the kids, she stays around, she stays to the end, she says, bye auntie, come back next time. And this is the sister that she comes in, she's pleasant, she asks how you doing, she sees you, and then she's on to the next because she's got things to do. They're sisters. They bear similarities. Of course, they got the same mama and the same daddy, but make no mistake, their characters are different. They have nuances, okay? Because she will let everything ride the way it's supposed to ride. If it's something going on, she will just say, hey, it is what it is. It's not my business. Like it or not, this is my stance. And this is the one that's like, she gives me just a little bit more peaceful. She just gives me a little bit more that, you know, can we all just get along vibe, or trying to see, you know, the perspective from everyone else's side. She might see her perspective because she is a benevolent queen herself, but her perspective is going to rock in the end. These two are pretty similar, so I can see for people who don't like to have stuff that's like the exact same in terms of like a creamy, lifted, floral, and beautiful vanilla, but I'm the complete opposite. I love fragrances that have like similarities but a nuance. If you're looking for something like that gives a grown, sexy, ethereal goddess energy type of vibe, I think Lift Me Up from the House of Initio or Blanche Bette from Laquise Imaginaire will, you know, it'll do you right, okay? And finally, from the House of Diptyque, this is Eau Dwell. Y'all know I have a big love for fragrances from the House of Diptyque, and Eau Dwell is just a beautiful, sensual, grounded vanilla. There's some bourbon vanilla, some pepper, I think maybe some patchouli, some incense is in here. This is just a beautiful, sexy, slightly smoky, just feminine, mysterious, and alluring type of vanilla. I feel like this is what you wear when you trying to, you know what I'm saying, like make the man feel a little something something. Don't bring this out on the first date unless, you know, listen, do what you want to do. Like if you really just want to make a man just feel something and just like, oh my god, behold, she's a lady, that's fine, do what you need to do. But when I tell you this has that stuff, this got that like Erykah Badu mystical vanilla type of, you know, vibe that just kind of like pulls you in, like you don't have no choice but to be enchanted. Like I feel like this is a very like enchanting, alluring, but very just like elevated and feminine type of vanilla, y'all. I absolutely love it. It's very straightforward, but it's done so well. It's so smooth, so well blended, and it's just sexy. It's sensual. I absolutely love this fragrance. I think it can be worn year round. Does it shine maybe in the winter due to it's like, you know, dark and brewing type of vibe that it has? Yes, but I'm gonna wear this all year round. Y'all gonna get some Eau Dwell out of me because I need this to use it to get, you know, what I want and try to do what I need to do, because Eau Dwell, she is going to get it done. This is grown, this is sexy, this is, you know what you're doing, and you're looking for, you know, just a little bit something more. It's kind of like it has a sensualness about it, but it's a very confident, it's a very self-assured, and it's just like, you know, you're a woman, you know, you have all the things, so why not use it? So yes, that's what I get from this fragrance. A absolutely beautiful, like spicy, sensual, and ultra feminine vanilla. Can't get enough, can't say enough good things about it from the House of Diptyque. This is Eau Dwell. There you have it, babes. Those are my top 10 vanillas for any woman who is over 25 who enjoys vanilla or just wants to explore vanilla from the angle of different nuances to build out your collection that is womanly, feminine, grown, alluring. I think all of these are a great place to start, to smell, to research, to bring into your collection, and I think they would add some like depth, some sensuality, some fun, charisma, and just comfort to any fragrance collection. So let me know, do y'all have any of these fragrances? Do you want to smell any of them? Do you have any layering combinations down below that you want to share with us? Or let us know, say, hey Kiya, I like this lineup, but your lineup doesn't have anything on my top favorite sensual, womanly, feminine vanilla that I think every woman over 25 should have. Let us know in the comments down below, because sharing is caring. But as always, y'all, thank you so much for tuning into this video. Please go ahead and give me a like, leave me a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel for more fun videos like this. And I will catch y'all in my next video. Bye.